Hey, what's going on? It's Tmoz or Zmot in small 9. I'm just gonna get my low-level War Factory tutorial going. I'm a little bit late. I've got a new troop damage Guardian that went from 12% to 13%, so that is a nice little change. Always nice to have perfect statues. So as you can see, War Factory, I've already lost a couple hours here, but lots and lots of shield this week, so almost 2 million in shield, so I'm not going to be able to burn through that, especially with all these grapplers here. So the rocket launchers have close to 46,000, the shock launchers have close to 60,000, so I'm not going to be able to use GBE to take them out on this low level account, so probably going to have to use 4 attacks, maybe 5, just to burn through. And those lasers up top are going to be a pain, so let's get rolling. So first off, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use barrage just to clear these shock mines. The last thing I want to do is be hit by a shock mine, and in the process I'm marking the rocket launcher and the shock launcher. That way my zookas will target them automatically. I don't want them wasting time attacking boom cannons. So I don't know if you can see this crate here, but just below the crate that's touching the grappler there, that's a great marking spot for where to throw your first smoke, especially when you're only using 7 boats. It's pretty easy to throw 7 boats. I'm going to do a nice 45-degree angle here just to get the ladies moving in the direction that I want, and then 2 smokes into where I want to be. Just being overly cautious. I'm probably a little bit too close to these flamethrowers, so I'm going to move away just a touch and then use 2 shocks. Probably shocked a little bit early and I'm getting burned a little bit, but so now let's only have GBE left. I'm 1 GBE short, so now let's get away from these lasers as fast as we can, hopefully save some troops. So not a perfect attack by any definition of the word, but I've got what I wanted to go down first down, so now it's just going to be bonus time. So I'm going to try and get some of these flamethrowers. Wasting too much time under the smoke, so let's move a little bit. Now, let's hopefully got enough zookas that they're not, yeah, see how they're not in range of that flamethrower, so that works out well for me. When they move forward, they're likely going to move into range though, just because they're not terribly bright. Nope, still good. And there's 3 or 4 of them. So zookas, because they targeted that crate first, it never works out very well when they move forward towards flamethrower, because the far ones probably targeted the shore flamethrower there. But overall, got what I wanted done. So now I'm gonna switch, and I'm gonna add some rifles. I think, I don't know how many. Let's go with, I think, 3 boats. Just because there's so many grapplers that I want to get the rifles out in front. Let's have a look here. Realistically, 3 boats. Okay, I can GBE that flamethrower, and then with 1 shock, the flamethrower and the grappler should go down. So let's try 3 boats. What the heck? I'm going to spend some diamonds here just because I'm behind. So normally I would load my boats and then wait and come back, but today it's just going to be straight diamonds all the way, so a little bit unfortunate, but whatever, it is what it is. Now I'm going to do a 1 smoke drop just to get everyone firing at the same time. And the reason why you do this is because otherwise the ladies that are the riflemen at the front are shooting where the back ones are still arriving, so a cheap way to get as much firepower as you can. I missed the shock on that hot pot and lost a huge amount of my troops there. So now, at least I shocked the hot pot up. Now it's one of the biggest problems that I have with this account is with hot pots, I don't have critters, so I can't activate the hot pot. So that back hot pot, I'm going to try and get it activated while I'm using my Johnsons. No, I couldn't. So a little bit unfortunate, the back hot pot never popped up, but it's so frustrating because I have to wait for it to pop and then shock before it hits. Otherwise I just lose all my troops. So Now these boom cannons are going to be a pain. So now I gotta wait for it to pop up. It didn't pop, so this is gonna end spectacular. Actually, I got an extra GP, enough GP for a shock, so I can try again here. And shock. So there you go, I got it to pop, but I don't have enough GBE to move off the boom cannon, sadly, and zookas are gonna hit that crate, which is ridiculous. So frustrating when they attack a crate instead of the defenses that are just outside their range. So, almost got that hot pot up, or down I should say, but again, it's going to be a problem because I can't activate it without walking in range. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to need rifles to remove those shield generators anyways. So, and then I'm going to try and remove the lasers as well in the same attack. Might be a little bit ambitious, but those lasers need to go if I'm going to have a decent spot to hit core from. So I'm going to remove a couple. I'm just going to use one boat of rifles and hopefully let them activate the hot pot and sacrifice them to the hot pot. But it's sometimes easier said than done because I need the zookas to arrive shortly thereafter. So let's drop the rifles and get them running. So that I'm gonna let's flare back just to get the rifles running out front. So there we go, hot pot's up. We have the grappler actually activated. I didn't even think about that. So nice little bonus of having those grapplers behind core or by the core. So if you're watching this, you can probably use one boat of rifles and let the grappler grab it, and then just take out the hot pot. So nice little trick that I didn't think about until it happened, so always a bonus. And that's my goal of this video, isn't like, these attacks are not the best possible attacks. My War Factory videos are not designed to be the best attacks you'll ever see. They're designed to be attacks that everyone can follow. I'm not doing anything, there's not going to be a 7 shock hit, or I rarely will do flash kills or anything like that. My goal here is to have something that everyone can do. So let's get these ladies moving. I don't think I have any rifles left. Nope, all ladies. So nice. I like to do 2 smokes at the end. That way if they bleed back towards shore a little bit, we're in good shape. I dropped my artillery a little bit late, so they might attack silly things here. They'd already got them in place. Yeah, see how they're already attacking the boom cannon because the boom cannon was closest. So that was just me not dropping my artillery soon enough. So always mark before your ladies stop walking, or you see now I have to use an extra shock. And that extra shock is strictly because they wasted time hitting that boom cannon. So my mistake. Now what I want to do is I want to try and get some of these flamethrowers down, just so I can make a spot to hit core from. I don't need any of these boom cannons down. The flamethrowers are my #1 priority, so I'm going to waste a bunch of GBE on them. Ideally I can get that one flamethrower down so that I have a little bit clearer spot to hit core from, but at least that crate went down, so I can get in range without having to waste too much time or effort. So I think that's 3 attacks, I believe. Decent progress. Not a couple of mistakes, a couple small mistakes that cost me a little bit. I'm gonna keep rifles, 1 boat of rifles loaded, just so I can get all that free GBE up the top. So I'm gonna flare all the way up here from core. Nothing can really see me. So now I'll use 1 smoke with some coverage from the boom cannons, and then another smoke. And as you can see, there's a bit of a gap there. Boom cannons only shoot once every 4 seconds, and they don't target very quickly. Sorry, I said 3.5 seconds last video. That's a doom cannon. Boom cannons are every 4 seconds, so not a huge priority. I'm gonna clear a couple. Let's put some GBE on the flamethrower there. Let the rifles get out in front. I've only lost 1. I've lost 2 zookas actually, so that's not ideal. When you bunch them under smoke, you can never really know what's gonna be at the front. So I lost a couple zookas. Get that flamethrower down. So we've got a nice hole there by core. I don't know what time you want to call that is. almost impossible to figure out what people call it things. A lot of people use up is 12, a lot of people use the away from the shore is 12, so whatever you want to call it, we got a nice hole there on the left side of core. I'm gonna let these rifles die. I don't necessarily want rifles by the core, just because I don't, but we've still got some left over, so now let's get our flare going and let a couple more rifles die. And then we've got a nice spot right next to the core. This should go down. I didn't really look at the health too much, but I've got enough GBE that it should go down. I just need to keep this flamethrower shot, and I'm going to try and get 3 grapplers on the same shot. Okay, so that's fairly easy. They're still grabbing rifles. I still got 7 rifles out front, so that's useful. Now, yeah, it's going down. There it is. So, core's down. Core factory done for December the 1st. I can't believe it's December already. That's ridiculous. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'm going to show you my stats here. But overall, if you have any suggestions, please hit me up in the comments. I've seen a couple people have added, like, by all means, if you have a better idea than I used, add it to the comments and help everyone out who reads them. See, I got 41%. Decent. I still only have a 28% troop damage masterpiece, but getting better slowly. Anyways, that's it. Tell me how it can be improved. Add some comments for the low-level players. And if you beat it for the first time, please let me know. I love to hear those stories. Peace.